Okay, I'm ready. Now, here's the boom, alright? It's got wheels. There's the main part of the boom. Then there's the arm. Here's the basket right here. You're in here. Here's the windows you're cleaning. Okay? Now, when you're moving this way, you're going over to the next set of windows. Or let's say you're done this side of the building and there's another building across there. But you have to go off the sidewalk. Never, ever go off the sidewalk. All right, take it easy. Never, ever go off the sidewalk with the wheels and that arm extended. Why, you may ask, some of you already know, if you ever used a boom before, just a mere 4 inches going off that curb. When you go down that curb and those wheels go down to the street level, that basket rises up this way, 3 to 6 feet. And if you're going fast, this will spring you right out of that basket, especially if you're not wearing a harness and a lanyard. It will catapult you right out of there. I never suggest going off the curb with that arm all the way extended. Collapse it, bring it in as close as you can, or there's another way you could do it. Raise the arm, use the controls, raise the arm so you're this way instead of that way. So it's not catapulting you. It's just mere you're going to drop. That's it. You're going to drop down when these wheels come down off the curb. The proper way is to collapse the arm all the way down to its normal position and then come off the curb. There's ways that, different ways you can learn to use these also. Uneven ground. When you're going over these uneven grounds, you don't want to have that arm all the way extended either. Like I said, with grass, it's kind of hard to see uneven ground because there's grass. There's grass in between here. The slightest little 2 inch of that wheel going down there is enough to jerk that basket like a catapult. God forbid anybody's using that boom without a harness. It's just not supposed to happen. If OSHA catch you, they will find you. They will find your boss. And or shut you down if you have multiple violations. Okay. So that's number 4 with boom work. Next, genie work. Okay, having all the necessary stuff for genie work. This is a bosun's chair. I know it's not the very greatest of art. Here's your wooden board. Some have cushions. I used to use the one with the wooden board and then wrap a carpet around it so my butt won't slide out of it. Okay, now, the stuff involved with chair work. Obviously, you have your chair. Parts involved. Having 2 ropes. Lifeline and safety line. There's a harness. There's a lanyard. There's D-rings, and there's a cylinder. Those are all the parts you need. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Rope guard. Rope guard is when you're hanging over the edge, you want to have that rope protected. Because when you're swinging from window to window, that rope will sometimes move back and forth. The weight on that rope will ever so slightly start to make the rope fray. You're never supposed to drop off a frayed rope anyway. It could cut the rope, so that's why you need rope guards. Okay, next. Having an extra cylinder and an extra D-ring is advised. During the hot summer months, when that rope is on that hot tar, sometimes you may get tar on the rope and your cylinder won't pass through it. If you have an extra cylinder connected to your chair, you can hook it onto a separate D-ring, detach it from the chair that you're on, and be able to bypass that. it's a lot of other stuff involved. That's advanced techniques, but that's just another option to have. Next, you never want a genie by yourself. If you do, you better make sure that you have all your T's crossed and all your I's dotted, which means that you better not take any shortcuts. The next thing I want to do is talk about safety when dropping off a roof. Okay. Do's and don'ts. Do tie off the points to the roof. That's recommended by safety standards. Nowadays, there's tie points on the roofs. It's like a mandatory thing, I think, nowadays. But back then, when I was genieing, we never had tie points. We had to get creative. We had to put all types of slingshots on our roof to keep us in line with the window. We've tied off the air conditioners and things of that nature. I don't suggest y'all do that. There's probably no need to do that nowadays. But in the event that you do, always tie off of something that's going to support your weight. Never ever assume that something's going to hold your weight. Before you even get in the chair, put your weight down on it. And also always have somebody on the roof making sure your ropes are set. Okay? Tying off don'ts. Tying off of smokestacks, door handles, etc. These are no-nos. You do not do that. You're just asking for trouble. Okay? Now, all these things that I've explained is just a part of things that's involved in our trade. It also depends on the individual. How involved do you want to get in your trade? Do you plan on getting on ladders? If so, there is no need to give up work just because there is no other way to get it done and you need a ladder. Some of us like to stay safe, and some of our customers like to see us stay safe, which is why a lot of them want to see insurance, to see if we're insured, because they don't need to be getting sued due to your lack of knowledge, and you climbing on a ladder, and all of a sudden, the ladder starts getting away from you. Like I said, anywhere past second floor, you're begging for trouble if you're working the ladder by yourself. Always have somebody footing the ladder at the bottom. This prevents any potential problems. Knowing how to use the pole eliminates ladders altogether. Having a water-fed system eliminates stuff like that altogether. These are all safety measures that you could do to get your job, get paid, and stay safe. It's one thing to make money. It's a separate thing. It's a separate thing to approach a job haphazardly, and you're just banging for trouble. It's a ticking time bomb. It's just a matter of time. So, when all possible, avoid ladders. And if you're going to use ladders, never use a ladder stretched out this far. I don't care what's in the way. If you got bushes up under here and there's no way to put the ladder closer to the wall, I don't care. Find a way to get it done. Find an alternate route. If you got to hang out the window and clean the top part, hang your butt out the window, reach over to the next window, clean the top part of that and the bottom part, come back inside. A lot of windows will flip down on the bottom first, and the top window doesn't flip down. But with that, you can reach out and do that. Like I said, stick your body out halfway, clean the top half, come back inside, fold the bottom half in, clean the outside half, shut it, then clean the inside. These are all things you will learn as you start getting more and more into your trade. But that completes this video.